The Nigeria Police is the principal law enforcement and the lead security agency in Nigeria with a staff strength of about 371,800. There are currently plans to increase the force to 650,000, adding 280,000 new recruits to the existing 370,000. The NPF is a very large organization consisting of 36 state commands grouped into 12 zones and 7 administrative organs. The agency is currently headed by IGP Alkalai Baba Usman. In 2020, it underwent major overhauls. Nigeria Police Force was first established in 1820. In 1879, a 1,200-member armed paramilitary Hausa constabulary was formed. In 1896, the Lagos Police was established. A similar force, the Niger Coast Constabulary, was formed in Calabar in 1894 under the newly proclaimed Niger Coast Protectorate. In the north, the Royal Niger Company set up the Royal Niger Company Constabulary in 1888 with headquarters at Lokoja, when the protectorates of northern and southern Nigeria were proclaimed in the early 1900s. Part of the Royal Niger Company Constabulary became the Northern Nigeria Police, and part of the Niger Coast Constabulary became the Southern Nigeria Police. During the colonial period, most police were associated with local governments. In the 1960s, under the First Republic, these forces were first regionalized and then nationalized. The NPF performed conventional police functions and was responsible for internal security generally, for supporting the prison, immigration, and customs services, and for performing military duties within or outside Nigeria as directed. Plans were announced in mid-1980 to expand the force to 200,000. By 1983, according to the federal budget, the strength of the NPF was almost 152,000. But other sources estimated it to be between 20,000 and 80,000. Reportedly, there were more than 1,300 police stations nationwide. Police officers were not usually armed but were issued weapons when required for specific missions or circumstances. They were often deployed throughout the country. But in 1989, well into Nigeria's second military dictatorship, Babangida announced that a larger number of officers would be posted to their native areas to facilitate police-community relations. The Nigerian police is designated by the 1999 Constitution as the National Police of Nigeria with exclusive jurisdiction throughout the country. Constitutional provision also exists, however, for the establishment of separate NPF branches, forming part of the armed forces of the Federation, or for their protection of harbors, waterways, railways and airfields. One such branch, the Port Security Police, was reported by different sources to have a strength in 1990 of between 1,500 and 12,000. The NPF maintains a three-tier administrative structure of departments, zonal and state commands. Departments' responsibilities. Annual salary. The NPF was under the general operational and administrative control of an Inspector General. In February 1989, Babangida abolished the Police Service Commission and established the Nigeria Police Council in its stead, under direct presidential control. The new council was chaired by the President, the Chief of General Staff, the Minister of Internal Affairs, and the Police Inspector General were members. As part of the government reorganization in September 1990, Alhajji Sumaila Gwazo, formerly SSS Director, was named to the new post of Minister of State, Police Affairs. In late 1986, the NPF was reorganized nationwide into 7 area commands, which superseded a command structure corresponding to each of the states of Nigeria. Each command was under a commissioner of police and was further divided into police provinces and divisions under local officers. NPF headquarters, which was also an area command, supervised and coordinated the other area commands. Later these area commands were grouped under zone commands as follows. Zone 1, headquartered Kano, with Kano, Kastina, and Jigawa commands. Zone 2, headquartered Lagos, with Lagos, and Agan commands. Zone 3, headquartered Yola, with Adamawa, and Gombe commands. The 1986 NPF reorganization was occasioned by a public eruption of tensions between the police and the army. A superintendent was suspended for a time for grumbling that the army had usurped police functions and kept police pay low. And there were fights between police and army officers over border patrol jurisdiction. The Armed Forces Chief of Staff announced a thorough reorganization of the NPF into the 7 new area commands and 5 directorates under Deputy Inspectors General. About 2,000 constables and 400 senior police officers were dismissed by mid-1987, leaving senior police officers disgruntled. In mid-1989 another NPF reorganization was announced after the AFRC's acceptance of a report by Rear Admiral Murtala Nyako. In 1989 the NPF also created a quick intervention force in each state, separate from the mobile police units, specifically to monitor political events and to quell unrest during the transition to civi.